I go. Made a promise to my mother, it's okay, cause I'm gon' die for this. I put my mind to this. Watch all these people, how they treat you, got no time for it. I fear no evil, got my demons, I'm just fine with them. And all these people think they know me, it don't matter to me, cause I'm gon' die for this. I put my mind to this. Watch all these people, how they treat you, got no time for it. I fear no evil, got my demons, I'm just fine with them.
All right, everybody, welcome to the 3 Point Stance Podcast. I am one of your hosts, the GOAT, Kaleb, and I'm here with my boy, Dee Gray. How you doing, brother?
Man, excited to get back with another episode, as always, man.
Oh, yeah. You know, this is the podcast where we control the narrative, you know, and we got some big Steelers news today. Or excuse me, this will be This will be put out on Thursday, tomorrow. So technically, this was yesterday. Whenever you guys see this,
Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna say.
So what are you thinking about this signing of Markus Golden?
I mean, Markus Golden is a great player. We all know that over years. He's been a great player. He's a veteran guy, man. And I seen like the Steelers are continuing to bring in veteran guys, man, to try to build that culture again, man, and get Steelers back to that playing back to the Steeler way. And by bringing in like guys like him, man, it's going to help guys that's younger guys, man, come along a little faster and things like that, man. And just to help create the dynamic Super Bowl team again. I mean, they just need that hard-nosed, tough football. Markus Golden plays hard, man. He plays hard, man. From when he used to be with the Giants, Arizona, man, he's always been a disruptive player. So I think, in my opinion, man, it was a great signing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his role will be. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be more of a third down guy. I don't know, man, because, you know, you have Haskell playing at a high level right now. You have TJ playing at a high level. So it's like, where do he really fit? I'm not sure. I mean, that for me, I can't wait to see where he fits. I'm saying how much time he does get in the game, but I know it's going to be impactful when he does get in the game.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, what you and I talked about last year, you know, with the Malik Reed trade. It's sort of a similar situation.
And how did that go?
Hey, Malik Reed is not Markus Golden.
I'm just saying, how did that go?
I will say that I would compare because Markus Golden had a little bit of a down year as far as sacks wise, but he was still disrupting the quarterback, even though the sack numbers weren't there. I mean, you could look back at how disruptive the Steelers would have been through that whole year if Melvin Ingram didn't say, "Oh, you know what? I want to be a starter now after 6 weeks into the season," instead of – because you know how the Steelers are. They love those rotational linebackers. You want TJ as fresh as possible in that fourth quarter. And now with drafting Nick Herbig and then the signing of Markus Golden, Markus Golden we know is going to be solid. Nick Herbig is going to be the question mark. He's got a motor. He should be great and fulfill that potential that we think he all has. And if you have that, then you have a constant rotation of guys who can just disrupt the quarterback, get after the quarterback, and get back to that Steeler football.
That's 100%, man. K, I don't disagree with you when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But I do disagree when it comes to just thinking about guys when you say that, oh man, all of a sudden Melvin Ingram will say he wants to be a starter. Well, Melvin Ingram's always been a star player. So when you come into those type of roles, sometimes it's hard to be just a guy. You know what I mean? When you're a competitor, you've always been great at what you've done. I mean, over the years, I mean, he's been a great competitor. I mean, when he was with the Chiefs, wasn't he with the Chiefs correct before, right? And I mean,
no, we traded him to the Chiefs. He was with the Chargers.
We traded him to the Chiefs. He's with the Chargers before. That's what it was, the Chargers before. And he's disruptive, bro. I mean, people fear him on the edge, man. I mean, then coming to the Steelers, and he became just a role player, a guy that just TJ needs a break. Hey, come on, get a couple plays in and go back to the bench. I mean, come on, man. But that stuff kind of gets old at some point. When do you want to? You need guys that want to be A-list players. You know what I'm saying? And then some guys are comfortable just being backups, and he's not a guy like that. So my personal opinion, looking at Markus Golden coming in, he gonna want a lot of minutes, man. He gonna want to continue to get back where he used to be. Because I'm looking at a little bit of his stats last year. He only had 2.5 sacks last year. That's not like Markus Golden. He had 47 career sacks. Okay, that's pretty good. But, looking at last year, I mean, he didn't really do anything. I mean, he had 0 sacks, 0 sacks, 0 sacks. He didn't get literally 1 sack until the end of the year last year, 12-18, against the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? So he not really causing havoc like he used to. So my thing is, the Steelers is a perfect place where he can cause havoc again and get back to where he wants to be at. You know what I'm saying? Which is a star player, a guy that's literally feared on the edge. But it's going to be hard when you have guys like Highsmith that's playing at a high level. Of course, TJ Herbig that's coming in now. That's going to be a guy that's a substitute just like TJ. So it's going to be kind of a clutter, you know what I mean? And it's going to be kind of crazy to see how this unfold for him. But they obviously wanted him because they traded for him. I mean, they went to go get him, so.
Yeah, and to your point where you talked about his off numbers, and then if you look at it, pass rush wise for Arizona last year, I mean, all they really had was JJ and Markus Golden. So
Right.
I mean, Markus Golden was one of your focal points that those off like you can speak like you guys game plan
Right,
for
100%.
certain pass rushes. So he was probably number 2 on that list as far as game planning wise. So now you're going to bump him down where Alex Highsmith had 14.5 sacks. We know who TJ Watt is. And then you throw Markus Golden into the mix and how Tomlin and Terrell Austin like to, throw those exotic defenses at you and have like those 3 pass rushers that are linebackers on the field, or like last year it was 3 safeties at one time on the field. I'm excited to see it. I'm like Marcus, like you said, Markus Golden has 47.5 career sacks. That's what
he actually has 47. Not 47. Just at a half. He doesn't have a half yet. He's getting there. He has 47. Let's pop up breaks here. He has 47.
And I mean, I'm pretty like I want to say 3 of the last 4 years he's been a double digit sack guy. I think you got the stats up in front of you.
They said the past 3 to 4 years, 3 out of 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at it. 2022 sacks. Let's see. He had 2.5. 21 he had 11. 20 he had 3. And 20 he had 1.5. And then you get to 2019. That's where he had 10. So you have 10, 1.5, 3, 11, 2.5. So the past 4 years, so he had 1 double-digit sack season.
Oh, hold on. You said 10. I guess out of the last.
That's 5. That makes 5 years because 2019 makes 5 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, sacks doesn't mean he's not playing well.
Yeah.
And that's I don't want people to get that point confused, okay? Because I don't want people to think, because sacks, that means he's a star. No, I mean sometimes it's about making the right decisions on the field, being the right guy, being a great team player, and I'm saying opening up opportunities for other people to make plays. So when you're a guy like him, you don't create double teams, you don't create a lot of tension, which opens up a lot of opportunities for your backers to run through on combination box, all that type of stuff to get guys freed up to make plays. And also get sacks. So once again, I'm not knocking him for not having a lot of sacks or his numbers of sacks being inconsistent over the years. I mean, he's been a great player, and I'm never going to take that from him. But me knowing Markus Golden and knowing how well he's been playing over these years, like it's about time that he crank it back up. He crank it back up and find himself and being a dominant pass rusher again, especially in a system like Pittsburgh where they go get the quarterback a lot. I mean, they come to get him every play. So it's time to hunt now, Golden.
And another one that another aspect of his game that he's really good at that the Steelers weren't necessarily great at the last few years is the run defense, and that is one of Golden's strengths. I think I can't remember the stat that I saw today, but he was top 10 in like the run block run rate or whatever, as far as that, where he's able to shed the block and get the tackle. Yeah. I don't know the exact name of that stat, but he was in the top 10. I think he was number 8 or number 9 or something like that. So, I mean, that speaks volumes to his game. So, if he's not getting there in the pass rush, somebody's going to. I mean, there's dogs all over that defense right now. I mean,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's exciting to see. I'm excited to see what happens. We wanted Bud Dupree earlier in the season. We got Markus Golden because Bud he wanted the 1-year deal, not the 2-year deal. Went with the ATL, his hometown. So it's I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I agree. And there's another interesting person that I think could be a good fit for the Steelers as well. What if the Steelers went out and made like a savvy veteran move and went to go get Jadevon Clowney? A guy like that.
I
Like
don't hate that.
I like that. I would love that move, man. When I think of Markus Golden, I think of Clowney, a disruptor, you know what I mean? And a guy that's a physical player, plays with great hands, great leverage, and, you know what I'm saying, knows how to shed blocks in the run game. And I just think that Jadevon Clowney still got something in the tank left, you know what I mean? And I think, man, like, I mean, I don't know. I think he's a free agent right now. Clowney is still. I think Clowney is still a free agent right now. I like Clowney right now. I think that. I mean, down the line, if he's not signed by, I don't know, first 5 weeks, which I doubt he won't be signed. I doubt someone will get him by then. But he's a guy that, man, if things ain't shaking right by Markus Golden or those type of guys, I mean, I like Clowney. I know he came from the Browns, but he came from everybody at this point. I mean, I like him. I think he's a guy we can use.
Yeah, I mean, that was something that I've thought about over the last few weeks, seeing his name out there. I mean, he's a former number 1 overall pick, you know.
100%.
He didn't really – I'll be honest, he was non-existent against the Steelers. I mean, the same as Myles Garrett, though, because, you know, Dan Moore is his father, and now Dan Moore is probably going to be our backup left tackle, so that speaks to Myles Garrett's game. But yeah, I mean, you know, he played for the Clowns out there in Cleveland. But yeah,
I mean, I'm looking at his stats as well too. Like, he hasn't been that disruptive. He haven't had any season with double-digit sacks, and Clowney yet still is still labeled as one of the best pass rushers in the game. You know what I'm saying? One of the most physical players in the game and on the edge. You know what I'm saying? And he has no seasons, and he's been the seasons since 14 up to 22, and he has no double-digit sack seasons. But that doesn't mean he's a bad player.
And he definitely hasn't lived up to the number 1 overall pick hype.
You think that? You think he didn't?
Nah, I don't think so at all.
So when you say that, what is the number 1 overall pick standard?
So if you're a number 1 overall pick and your main game is pass rush and disrupting the offense, you should be at what TJ Watt is. And TJ Watt was the 30th overall pick.
My question is,
I think in the same draft.
My question is, how many people are like TJ? TJ, one of a kind.
But you know, if you're a number 1 pick, you're supposed to be that guy.
Well,
you're supposed to be.
Technically, yeah, you are.
What you expect out of a number 1 pick is what TJ Watt is producing.
But my point is, it goes more into just athletic ability, playing style. It goes into a lot of different things. It's just that, Caleb. It goes into schematics. What do they want out of you? Yeah. They might just want him as a decoy just to open up lanes for other guys. We don't know. I don't know. But he has been very productive over the years when you watch his games. Everybody's game planning for him. So obviously he's a player to watch every week when he's on the field. And yes, like I said, once again, his sack numbers doesn't amount up to the Von Millers used to have freaking 18 sack seasons and all that type of stuff. But he doesn't have that. But he's still considered one of the best players. When he first came out, man, he was serious. I mean, he's hard to block. He was hard to block. I mean, his head was huge. Like, he has a big head when you – oh, my gosh. I'm talking about CT at his finest. CT at his finest. Yeah, it's crazy. AB. Shout out to AB. I got something about AB coming up soon, too. But, yeah. Man, Jadevon Clowney is a guy, man, that I'm literally, in my mind, think will be a great fit for the Steelers, man.
Yeah, and, like, sadly now, you know, with the signing of Markus Golden and then drafting of Nick Herbig in the 4th round, I that's probably a dead dream. You know, knock on wood, there's no injuries or anything like that if he were to be available down the line. I know he's been vocal about wanting to go back to the Texans, which I could see that. But in Clowney's defense, he has been with 2 piss-poor franchises in the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Clowns. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, it's, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, for sure. But while we are talking about AB and CTE, AB is suiting it back up again this weekend. I'm excited, man. I know Steelers fans going to be tuned in waiting to see this, man. I mean, We can't. I know all the stuff that comes out by AB, boom, 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 rah, 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 and then he can't knock the man's game, man. This week, man, he's suiting up for it. Not just a team, but his own team. How is that?
So here's a little backstory. Like I reached out to AB sometime last year about coming on to my old podcast. And this man responded. He was like, "Yeah, I'll come on. What's that bread like?" I was like, "I'm in the military. What you talking about? What? How much you want?" I was thinking like 5K. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. This man came at me with 15K. 15,000. Yeah, the video would get views, but 15,000.
Wow. Such an A-beer.
Yeah, right. It's crazy, and it's just funny that he has to own the team that he's going to suit up for now. Do I think an NFL team, if he showed interest in coming back into the league, would probably sign him? Yeah, because obviously, you saw what he did with New England, what he did with Tampa Bay. He won a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl champion. Good for him. It should have been with the Steelers. Granted, back then, all we had on defense was Cam Hayward, and that was just due to we didn't just have Cam Hayward. Vince Williams was a dog. We had no secondary. We had Ryan Shazier. Obviously, that his injury ruined a Super Bowl chance for us, but we're glad and happy to see Ryan back on his feet, doing great things for the community, and just everywhere.
Man, I see. AB has been in contact with Cam Newton, trying to get Cam Newton to join the Arena League. Man,
that's the only place. That's the only place Cam Newton's going to play.
But I don't think Cam Newton is that bad, though, man. But why?
He's not who he was.
But who is who they was when they 30-something years old now? No one is who they was when they was younger.
I guess for his play style isn't fit at however old he is, 33, 32.
But what is his play style? Read option, throw? That's Lamar style. That's Josh Allen style. That's Kenny Pickett style now. Read option is everyone that has a mobile quarterback style now. He was doing it then.
Okay, I get that, but all those players you just listed, they have an arm. They have some sort of accuracy. Cam Newton was with Cam Newton got beat. Granted, we lost to Mac Jones last year due to our backup quarterback now. But that's and a former Steelers corner named Ahkello Witherspoon getting lost at the end of the first half. But this dude lost out to Mac Jones.
A dog. Stop. He's pretty good. Come on now. He won some big games from the stretch. Like, come on.
I refuse. I refuse to. I refuse to say that. I refuse. I'll give him this. Alabama has had. Bryce Young was number 1 overall pick this year. They had Tua and Mac. Mac's the third best on that list.
Okay, but once again, like when we talk to Bo, Alabama have a long list of guys every year of guys that gets drafted. So think about how competitive this thing has been. Yeah, AJ McCarron, that was a dog. He's in the XFL now, but he's a dog. Like they had dudes over the years.
I forgot a name on there. Jalen Hurts is an Alabama quarterback. I know he finished his school out at Oklahoma, but
so all those guys come out of Alabama, they some dogs, man. You gotta give it to them. They're some dogs. Cam Newton had his work cut out for him.
It's
Roll Tide was too strong that day, man. War Eagle just couldn't get it done for Cam Newton that day, man. It's all good. But Cam Newton is a dog too, man. I think that he's had to have the right system around him, and I think a lot of things too, like why I heard like a little bit why Cam Newton didn't last in New England too, is his character not him having character issues, but him just having a character where it's about me. That about me thing was never going to work in New England under Belichick, where he's preaching team first.
Which
you know
is
what I'm saying?
which is weird because when he was in Carolina, in his MVP like seasons, I never got it was only about me. He seemed like he was a team guy.
Yeah, but what how can I put this? Social media have a way of putting things in the viewer's eyes that they see things in a way that they want you to make these speculations about a person.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Cam, they always show Cam dancing and hopping, screaming, yeah, and it looks like the team is doing one thing and he's doing the other.
Yeah.
And as an audience or as a fan or whoever, it makes like, why is he dancing when everybody's stretching? Why is he eating candy on the side, talking to trainers while everybody is literally locked into a play? So people start to build these speculations that Cam is all about Cam. You know what I mean? It's not about the team. And I think Cam is a hell of a team player. DJ Moore played for him. I mean, he literally loves his teammates. But those are speculations.
Steve Smith, he should be a Hall of Fame receiver. Hopefully he is one day. I know he played for the Ravens, but Steve Smith was a dog. And Steve Smith vouches for Cam Newton left and right. It's
proven, bro. He can play in this league right now, bro. He can play in this league. Well, do you have things to tighten up? Yes, because the league has progressed since he's been playing. But my thing is, he's not to the point. He's not the worst quarterback in the league if you bring him in here. I'm being real. Like, he could be a great backup for somebody. You telling me this guy is not backup worthy?
That you said it right there. That's where he needs to put, because I'm pretty no, he did. He actually made a list of like 5 teams he'd be a backup quarterback for.
Because you just said here, Kaleb, that guy never played another snap here in the league. But you tell me this guy's not good enough to play as a backup nowhere? Oh, I'm not cutting that one, Kaleb. I'm not getting that's not flying, because this guy's better than some of these backups we see. I mean, he would give Mitch Trubisky a run for his money. I mean, come on now. Mitch ain't that bad either, but
and actually, you know what? Shout out to Mitch, because he just got that extension, and there was a lot of rumors going around that he wasn't going to be happy being the backup quarterback. But those are just rumors, and we heard it straight from the man at OTAs that he loves being a part of the Steelers organization. Him and Kenny are just best friends at this point, and I'll give credit to Mitch. That's a lot to take in when you're signed to a franchise before they draft a quarterback, and then you sign going in the impression, hey, I'm the guy. We draft now the guy in Kenny Pickett. It's like shout out to him. That's awesome on him. I think he is, if not the best backup in the league, he's top 3 backup in the league, in my opinion, and he's a great A-plus person,
Pretty solid player, man. Maybe personally, solid player. Man. Oh, man. AB, man. AB back to the Steelers, man. I really want to know when people watch this episode, man, to see what their thoughts about AB potentially coming back to Pittsburgh, man. I mean, I think the boy's a baller, man. I think. Yes, he still has things that he's working on upon himself, but man, you can't take it away from AB, man. The dude loves Pittsburgh, man. Everything he talks about, and the best coach was Mike Tomlin. Best quarterback was Ben. Everything reverts to Pittsburgh when he played with Brady. When he played with Brady both spots, Bucks and in New England. So he played with him in 2 different systems, and he still, the answer always remained as Ben. Yeah. So my thing is, man, he loves Pittsburgh. It might be some mental issues. He might be saying that out of spite, just to say it, just for popularity reason. I don't know, but the point is, he loves Pittsburgh in my eyes. Man, get that guy a shot again, man. I'm a big AB fan. Give him a shot again.
I mean,
put that on. Put it on.
Yeah, and it's. Look at the receiver room right now. How many people other than Deontay Johnson and Calvin Austin are over 6 foot? The entire room. Because Gunnar Olszewski's not going to be on the team. Anthony Miller, he's a dog, but man, like half that receiver room 6'5" now. And I know Kenny Pickett just said on Ben Roethlisberger's podcast, Footballin', that the one receiver he wished he could throw to was Antonio Brown. So, I mean, there's possibilities there. There's possibilities.
It's definitely possibilities there, man. I mean, any quarterback in their right mind is great possibilities for, man. So it's something that I'm looking forward to if it ever happens. But hey, we shall see. I mean, never know, man. We will see. But the only thing we guaranteed to see this Sunday, he lacing up for Albany Empire. I'm tuned in, baby. AB, baby. Yeah.
He ain't gonna last the first drive. He's gonna do what he did with against the Jets in Tampa. He's gonna just take everything off, and he's gonna sell the team in that process somehow.
Oh man, the good thing about that, if he's saying peace, the only person he's saying peace to is his own self because he's the owner. So who you sending the deuces to? You to yourself? So then that would really be some type of jaw dropping thing. Like, is something really going up there? You literally saying F your own ownership, which is you. Man, it'll be crazy.
And again, shout out AB. You know, you finally paid your guys. You finally paid them. Bravo. I know you're begging for that money because you wanted $15K just to come onto our podcast. You know, we ain't got that. D might, but I sure don't. I am a military veteran, and yeah, we don't get paid like that. So sorry, AB. I'm still gonna hit you up in the DMs. I'm gonna be like, back.
For sure. But man, we are looking forward to next week, man. Next week, Kaleb, break the news of who we have on our show next week, man.
Next week, we have former Steelers tight end Wesley Saunders coming on the episode.
Super excited.
Yes, we're super excited to have him. He was a really, in my opinion, great Steelers tight end. It didn't pan out for him in Pittsburgh, and he went on to Indianapolis afterwards. But we're excited to have him. I mean, he was a part of that crucial point in the Steelers franchise when AB and all those people we've talked about today have come around. And it'll just be nice to get that former players aspect along with we've had Trey on the podcast as well.
For sure.
We love getting that insight on the former Steelers days, and maybe he'll give us some insight on that dog, Darnell Washington.
Yes, sir. Well, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. This episode, man, was fun, man. Chopping up with my guys always, man. And it's Here We Go Steelers every day, man. And next week, man, we can't wait to chop it up with our favorite tight end, man, that's joining us on the show next week, man. Once again, man, I'm Dee Gray, and it's my guy, Kaleb, the GOAT.
It's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. And I want y'all to know, make sure, I know D was about to say this, make sure y'all go follow
the new Instagram page, baby. We're on the same page here.
It's at 3-point underscore. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. You can't miss the beautiful profile picture that my guy just worked on. You can't miss it.
For sure.
You know, they're like, we're gonna have all our shorts, all our reels. We're gonna be posting so much content on there for you guys. We're trying to build what we have here.
Man, keep those views going, man. Let's go, boys.
Yes.
Keep it going, man. And eventually, we better start having some fun things thrown at y'all, man. The more we get interactions, the more fun this thing gonna become, man. We're gonna start doing more interactive, hands-on, physical things now, man. As far as raffles, as far as winning things, and all types of things. Yeah, man, I got more stuff, but we'll break it down. I'm gonna break it down to y'all down the line. So once again, man, I appreciate y'all. And Kaleb, man, we out.
Yeah, peace.